Many of you were able to attend the launch, and we hope that you enjoyed it as much as we did, although I'm sure that the view was not quite as unique. Here's a picture of the big bird sitting on the pad with the vertical assembly building in the background. We had banker's hours on this flight. We were able to get up around 5 or 6 in the morning, get suited up, make sure our suits worked okay, and walk out. We took one look at the big bird just before he walked into it, got on the swing arm and walked across and got strapped in. Helped the ground crew check out the spacecraft, and promptly at 11 she lifted off.
When the main engines ignited, there was a certain amount of shaking and rattling that was obvious. I was wondering if the solids had ignited, but when they touch off, there's no doubt. There's a tremendous feeling of commotion and power down there behind you, and a relentless push that just adds up to the ride of a lifetime. There's nothing that will ever even remotely approach the feeling of first stage on the solids. From my right-hand window, lying on the back, this is the view. If you turned your head 90 degrees to the right and watched, had a camera pointed out that way, you can see the roll maneuver. Then we went into the very thin overcast and quickly popped out the top.
Like Gordo said, it was the ride of a lifetime. Lots of vibration, lots of dynamics, and just a relentless push for 8.5 minutes into orbit. It just was a continuous, compelling, relentless acceleration and push all the way up there. We were able to perform our functions and talk and do our job, but we knew we had a tiger by the tail. The first stage, of course, burned for about 2 minutes and 6 seconds. I understand you had a good view of it as it came out the top of this cloud, a very spectacular shot. We were VFR on top, as the pilots say, very quickly with very little actual instrument time. The roll maneuver was performed precisely, and we got the separation of the solid rocket motors at 2 minutes and 6 seconds, and we didn't feel it or hear it, but we did see that flash of flame around the cockpit as the solid rockets were jettisoned and parachuted into the ocean, where they were picked up so that they can be refurbished and used again. This is a close-up picture of the solid rocket motor breaking away from the external tank.
It's interesting that as soon as the solids burn out and are jettisoned, everything smooths out absolutely as smooth as glass. It's the nicest ride, smoother than any airliner any of you have ever flown on.
We got the main engine cut off at 8 minutes and 34 seconds. We waited for the external tank to be jettisoned. This is an underneath picture of the tank being jettisoned and falling away.